Northeast of Hanoi, North Vietnam, F-105 strike crews of the 354th Tactical Squadron attacked targets of the Tung Tu railroad siding. 4 aircraft dropped 750-pound bombs on rail targets and cluster bomb units on surrounding flak sites. This target is located along the rail line that runs southwest from Red China into Hanoi and is a link in one of the main lines of enemy resupply. "45 miles north of Hanoi, an F-105 aft blister camera recorded this scene after the pilot had delivered cluster bomb units on anti-aircraft sites around the Tai Wen Railroad Yard. 3 other 354th F-105s flew the strike against the yard, and pilots reported their bombs heavily damaged the complex. It is reported that the Tai Wen Yard is defended with every type of anti-aircraft weapon in the enemy's arsenal. This scene clearly shows the intensity of that firepower. 11 August, 27 miles northwest of Hanoi, 469th F-105 strike the Hoi Tin rail yard with 750-pound bombs. The ordnance severed rail lines in 5 places at the west end of the yard. F-105s hit the Long Son rail facilities 81 miles northeast of Hanoi. In morning and afternoon strikes, pilots destroyed an estimated 40 rail cars, severed tracks, and silenced 4 anti-aircraft sites. 14 August, M117 750-pound bombs are released as 433rd Squadron F-4s strike road segments and a storage area near Dong Hoi in the panhandle of North Vietnam. The bombs on target damaged the storage area and severed 2 roads. Bad weather hampered strikes in the north sector of North Vietnam on 14 August, and most missions were flown in the southern portion of the country. Supply routes, stores, and carriers were primary targets for strike crews. 15 August, a forward air controller directed this strike against enemy watercraft near Quang Cay, northwest of Dong Hoi. 2 F-4 crews dropped M117 bombs, destroying 1 large camouflage barge and damaging 2 35-foot sampans. Northwest of Dong Hoi, 4 F-105s bomb an enemy truck park. On 15 August, Air Force crews destroyed or damaged 33 enemy trucks and triggered 199 secondary explosions and fires. The following 2 scenes were filmed as air crews struck rail targets within an area 7 miles northeast of Hanoi. In continuous strikes on 21 August, pilots found over 180 rail cars in yards and were successful in destroying or damaging at least 37. An estimated 25 boxcars were destroyed when pilots struck the Trung Quang rail yard. Several rail cuts were reported, and both the northeast and the southwest choke points were severed. 22 August, west of Quang Cay, F-4 crews hit cargo boats and onshore POL stores. Crews reported the enemy was attempting to move the boats when they started the attack. 2 boats were destroyed, 4 damaged, 2 secondary explosions. Air Force F-105 and F-4 crews combined forces on 22 August to carry out strikes against a railroad and highway bridge 5 miles northeast of the center of Hanoi. Bomb hits were scored on the bridge, and crews reported silencing 4 nearby flak sites and interdiction of the northern approach to the bridge. On 23 August, an F-105 pilot scored kills on 2 MiG-17s after a strike against the Yen Vien rail yard 6 miles east-northeast of Hanoi. In a recorded interview at Korat Air Base, the pilot described the action.
And coming off the target, I looked up and I saw a 105 with 2 MiG-17s right on its tail end. And so I broke into one of them, started firing at him as soon as I got in position. And I noticed some sparkling, some fire, and some smoke coming out of his left wing. So I pulled up because I didn't want him to blow up in front of me and possibly get my own aircraft. And I came back down. I was going to check him and make sure if I didn't get him, I would get him again. I came back down and I saw this MiG, and I thought it was the same one. This one had his burner going. And so I came in on him, and I pressed right on in until pretty close. I could see the pilot sitting in the cockpit. And started firing at him. And the whole right side of his fuselage and wing started lighting up. You can see where I was hitting him. And pretty soon I could see the pilot eject out of the thing. Burner still going, and I pulled up, came back in, saw the airplane roll off and hit the ground.
28 August. Encountering intense anti-aircraft ground fire, 4 F-105s of the 333rd Squadron attacked the Vu Chua Railroad Yard 43 miles northeast of Hanoi. Pilots found a large amount of rolling stock in the yard, and one pilot described the attack. I saw at least 18 bombs explode right through the center of the yard. We destroyed both track and rolling stock. It looked like they were attempting to repair damage from previous strikes. The air crews destroyed or damaged at least 15 pieces of rolling stock, but damage to the yard itself was not immediately accessible because of thick smoke that covered the complex. August. 2 flights of 355th Fighter Wing F-105s hit the Kep Army Barracks 37 miles northeast of Hanoi. All military structures in the area were estimated to be destroyed or heavily damaged. Pilots observed one secondary explosion and reported the entire area covered with debris. 1 September. 95 miles west-northwest of Hanoi, F-105 strike a cave storage area near the Black River. Pilots observed secondary fire. 45 miles west-northwest of Dong Hoi, an F-4 crew drops a Mark 82 bomb, severing a secondary road. Hitting a nearby truck park, pilots observed one secondary explosion. 42 miles west-northwest of Dong Hoi, 4 F-105s attack a river causeway and its approaches with 1,000-pound bombs. This strike near Twin Hoa on 4 September was flown by pilots of the 354th Fighter Squadron. 12 August. 70 miles northwest of Da Nang, South Vietnam, an F-4 crew drops BLU-27 incendiaires on a Viet Cong concentration. 2 480th Squadron F-4s flew this mission and reported 100% target coverage, 1 secondary explosion, 4 secondary fires, 4 military structures destroyed, and an estimated 20 enemy killed. 13 August. 2 A-1Es from Pleiku Air Base attack automatic weapon positions and an enemy concentration 90 miles northeast of Pleiku. Pilots attacked the targets with cannon, 8 BLU-32B incendiaires, and 12 Mark 81 bombs. A forward air controller directed the strike and reported 100% target coverage. Heavy smoke and foliage prevented him from making a further damage assessment. 13 August, a forward air controller flies in low, marking enemy structures and a tunnel complex target 40 miles south-southeast of Da Nang. 3 4/16th F-100s hit the area with cannon and 750-pound bombs, destroying 9 military structures and collapsing a tunnel entrance. This mission was flown from Phu Quoc Air Base and was in support of Operation Oregon. 15 August. 2 4/16th F-100s strike military structures in support of Operation Benton, 38 miles south-southeast of Da Nang. Pilots used BLU-27 incendiaires and cannon in destroying 14 structures and exposing 1 tunnel entrance. 16 August. A forward air controller moves into an area just before calling 2 F-100s to strike a Viet Cong concentration 25 miles southeast of Saigon. The attack pilots dropped 4 750-pound general purpose and 4 incendiaire bombs. The air controller reported 3 structures and 2 bunkers destroyed, 2 bunkers damaged. 16 August, 2 F-4 crews of the 559th Squadron strafe and bomb attack a Viet Cong area 120 miles southwest of Saigon. This mission was flown while preparing a new landing zone for Allied forces. Damage to the area was reported as 3 military structures destroyed, 4 damaged. Strike crews dropped 6 750-pound and 6 500-pound bombs in the area. The mission was flown from Cam Ranh Bay Air Base. 17 August. 43 miles south of Da Nang, F-100s deliver incendiaire and high-drag bombs on enemy elements in contact with friendly forces active in Operation Benton. Pilots destroyed 3 fortified structures. Smoke and foliage prevented a further assessment. 20 miles west-southwest of Saigon, F-100s dropped 4 500-pound high-drag bombs. Pilots were preparing a new landing zone in support of Operation Fairfax. 18 August, an AC-47 crew drops a flare exposing enemy troops in an open area 8 miles south of Phan Rang. As the enemy is located, F-100s move in and attack with incendiaires. The Dragon ship crew assists in the attack by strafing the area with their 7.62 millimeter Gatling guns. August, 3 Phan Rang-based F-100s attack a concentration of Viet Cong bunkers while supporting Operation Coronado 4, 20 miles southwest of Saigon. Pilots drop 750-pound high-drag bombs and incendiaires, destroying 8 bunkers and damaging 6. August, 18 miles east of Saigon, an F-100 drops 2 high-drag bombs on a Viet Cong base camp during Operation Fairfax. 1 large bunker destroyed. 22 August, 559th F-4 crews release M117 bombs during a mission in support of Operation Pershing, 30 miles northeast of Pleiku. A low-flying helicopter assists in the attack. The bombs are aimed at an entrenched enemy force in contact with Allied forces. 30 August, 1st Air Commando Squadron A-1Es released Type 25 cluster bombs on enemy troops 50 miles west of Tuy Hoa Air Base. The bomb units were on target with 100% target coverage and 2 secondary fires. August, 25 miles south of Da Nang, 416th F-100s dropped BLU-27 incendiaires on targets in a Viet Cong refuge area. Strike results: 5 military structures destroyed, 3 damaged, 3 secondary fires. 2 September, a 308th Squadron F-100 releases 2 500-pound high-drag bombs on enemy bunkers and sampans 70 miles south-southeast of Da Nang. The mission was flown by 3 aircraft from Tuy Hoa Air Base and was in support of Operation Oregon. 1 bunker was destroyed, 2 damaged, and 1 sampan destroyed. 3 September, 20 miles northwest of Saigon, an F-100 pilot drops a high-drag bomb on targets in a Viet Cong base camp. 3 F-100s flew this mission in support of Operation Barking Sands. With high-drag bombs, pilots also dropped incendiaires and strafed the area. Strike results: 1 large military structure destroyed, 1 bunker destroyed, 1 large and 4 small secondary fires, and 4 possible enemy killed. 4 September, 10 miles northwest of Tuy Hoa Air Base, a 614th F-100 pilot strafed structures in a Viet Cong village. The attack resulted in at least 43 structures destroyed and an unknown amount of secondary explosions and fires. The F-100 gun camera recorded the scenes. 5 September, a 416th Squadron F-100 releases 2 Mark 82 high-drag bombs on Viet Cong structures 8 miles west of Tuy Hoa. This strike produced results of 10 military structures destroyed, 20 damaged. With the high-drag bombs, the pilot also dropped BLU-27 incendiaires and strafed the area with cannon. 6 September, 2 559th Squadron F-4 crews attack a fortified Viet Cong village 70 miles south-southeast of Da Nang. The air crews from Cam Ranh Bay Air Base. The mission flown in support of Operation Pershing. Pilots dropped high-drag and incendiaire bombs and strafed structures with the F-4's pod-mounted cannon. 1 structure destroyed, 2 were burning as crews departed the area. 7 September, an F-100 aft blister camera recorded the following 2 scenes as a 612th Squadron pilot attacked a Viet Cong assembly area 60 miles south of Da Nang. The weapons shown are BLU-27 incendiaires bombs. Strike results: suppressed ground fire, 8 military structures destroyed, 1 bunker destroyed, and 1 enemy killed. This strike, flown from Phu Quoc Air Base, was in support of Operation Oregon. During this reporting period, the Air Force effort to halt the flow of war supplies from North into South Vietnam continued, with pilots striking such significant targets as the rail yards at Tai Nguyen, Hoi Tin, Trong Quang, Bok Yong, and Vu Chua. Other material movement targets were bridges, watercraft, convoys, rail cars, and roadways. In South Vietnam, pilots continued to wage strikes against enemy troop concentrations and insurgent elements, while supporting U.S. and Allied forces active in ground operations throughout the country. Among those ground operations supported were Oregon, Pershing, Fairfax, Coronado 4, and Barking Sands.